Think you understand money? Get ready to have your mind twisted. We're venturing into the realm of 5 astounding money paradoxes that will redefine your financial understanding. Don't go anywhere. There's a surprising twist at the end you won't want to miss. We're on a journey to explore the perplexing world of finance. If you're ready to see money in a whole new light, hit subscribe and let's unravel these paradoxes together. First, the saving paradox. Saving money is wise. But here's the twist. Due to inflation, the more you save, the less it's worth over time. Let's imagine you squirrel away £100 under your mattress. You might think you're being financially responsible, right? But let's fast forward a year. That £100 you stashed away, it's still £100. But due to inflation, it can't buy you as much as it could a year ago. Inflation is like a stealthy thief, nibbling away at the buying power of your money. So how does this paradox work? Well, inflation is the rate at which the general level of prices for goods and services is rising. As inflation rises, every pound you have buys a smaller percentage of a good or service. The value of a pound does not stay constant when there is inflation. The value of a pound is observed in terms of purchasing power, which is the real, tangible goods that money can buy. So, if you're saving money by stashing it under your mattress, or even in a bank account that doesn't earn interest at the rate of inflation, you're actually losing purchasing power. It's like trying to run up a down escalator. The more you save, the less you can buy in the future. Quite the paradox, isn't it? But don't panic just yet. Saving is still an essential part of financial health. The trick is to understand how to make your savings work for you. That could be through investing, where you aim for a return that outpaces inflation. Or it could be by choosing savings accounts that offer a competitive interest rate. It's a financial balancing act. Let's explore how to keep your savings from losing their power. Next, the luxury paradox. Why do we crave expensive things that aren't necessarily better? This paradox unfurls the complex tapestry of our desires, status, and the value we place on money. Let's start with a universally familiar scenario. Picture a wristwatch. One is a high-end luxury brand costing thousands of dollars, while the other is a simple, budget-friendly piece. Both tell time, both are reliable, and yet the luxury watch is sought after by many. But why is this so? Well, it's not just about the watch. When we purchase luxury items, we're not just buying the product, but also the experience, the brand story, and the sense of exclusivity. In fact, it's interesting to note that our brains are wired to appreciate luxury. Studies have shown that owning luxury goods can trigger feelings of pleasure and satisfaction. This is because when we buy something expensive, our brain releases dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with feelings of joy and reward. But here's where the paradox comes in. Does the luxury watch tell time any better than the budget-friendly one? Not necessarily. Does owning the luxury watch make us happier in the long run? Again, not necessarily. There's nothing inherently bad about enjoying luxury items. The problem arises when we start to equate the cost of an item with its intrinsic value, or when we start to believe that owning more expensive things can bring us more happiness. The truth is, more expensive doesn't always mean better quality. And it certainly doesn't guarantee more satisfaction. It's a reminder to be mindful of why we desire what we desire and to question our own perceptions of value. Remember, the price tag is just a number. Then the debt paradox. It sounds risky, but sometimes you need to spend money you don't have to make money, especially in business. It's a bit like Alice stepping through the looking glass where everything is seemingly backwards. But bear with us, and you'll soon see how it all makes perfect sense. The debt paradox postulates that you need to spend money you don't have to make money. Sounds counterintuitive, doesn't it? But consider this. In the realm of business, taking loans to fund expansion, buy inventory, or invest in new technology is not uncommon. It's a calculated risk, a strategic leap of faith, if you will, that can lead to substantial returns. Think of it like planting a seed. You need to invest in the seed and the care it requires before it grows into a tree that yields fruits. Similarly, businesses often need to incur debt to fund their growth, banking on the expectation that these investments will generate profits in the future. Yet, The debt paradox isn't a carte blanche to pile on debt. It's not about reckless borrowing or spending beyond your means. Rather, it's about understanding the potential and the pitfalls of leveraging debt to your advantage. It's about being able to distinguish between good debt, which helps you grow, and bad debt, which can sink you. So, the debt paradox isn't as paradoxical as it first appears. It's a tool, a strategy, that when used wisely can fuel growth and prosperity. But like any tool, it needs to be handled with care and understanding. Meet the happiness paradox. Can money buy happiness? Beyond a certain point, not really. Welcome to the fourth paradox of our mind-twisting journey, the happiness paradox. This enigma is all about the intricate relationship between money and our sense of joy, fulfillment, and contentment. Let's take a moment to ponder. We work hard, earn money, and use that money to buy things we want or need, right? This cycle seems to imply that more money should mean more happiness. But does it really? Research has shown that once our basic needs are met, additional wealth doesn't necessarily translate into additional happiness. This might sound counterintuitive. After all, who wouldn't want a bigger house, a faster car, or a lavish vacation? But here's the catch. These material possessions only bring temporary joy. The thrill of a new purchase often fades, leading to a phenomenon known as hedonic adaptation. We get used to our new normal, and the initial happiness fades away, leaving us chasing the next big thing. Now consider this. What are some of the happiest moments in your life? Chances are they're not tied to a price tag. Perhaps it was a warm family gathering, a heart-to-heart conversation with a dear friend, or the simple joy of a beautiful sunset. These moments of genuine happiness are often derived from experiences, relationships, and personal growth, rather than material possessions. So while money can provide comfort and security, it's not a guaranteed ticket to lasting happiness. Instead, it's the intangible things, love, friendship, experiences, and personal fulfillment that often bring the most joy. This is the crux of the happiness paradox. Finally, we arrive at the poverty paradox. Ironically, having less money can lead to higher costs over time. This paradox may seem counterintuitive, but it's a harsh reality for many people around the globe. Consider this scenario. You're in a store and you see two pairs of shoes. One pair is low cost but not very durable, while the other is expensive but will last for years. If you're pinching pennies, you might opt for the cheaper pair. But here's the twist. Because the cheaper shoes wear out faster, you'll have to replace them more often. Over time, you end up spending more than if you had bought the higher quality, more expensive pair in the first place. This is a perfect illustration of the poverty paradox, when financial constraints force us to make short-term cost-saving decisions that often lead to higher long-term expenses. This paradox is not limited to shopping scenarios. It's prevalent in many aspects of life, from healthcare to housing, from education to nutrition. For instance, those with limited resources might delay preventative healthcare due to cost, leading to more serious health issues down the line, which are often more expensive to treat. Or consider housing. Living in cheaper, poorly insulated homes can lead to higher energy bills over time. The poverty paradox also extends to opportunities for savings. Those with more money can afford to buy in bulk, taking advantage of discounts and saving money in the long run. But if you're living paycheck to paycheck, buying in bulk may not be an option, even if it's more cost-effective over time. Unraveling the poverty paradox isn't easy. It requires a multifaceted approach that addresses the root causes of poverty, improves access to quality products and services, and promotes financial literacy. But understanding this paradox is the first step towards finding solutions. From buying cheap goods to missing bulk discounts, we've discussed how financial constraints can paradoxically lead to greater expenses. The poverty paradox is a stark reminder that sometimes having less can end up costing more. Here's the twist. These paradoxes show that money is more than a transactional tool. It's a complex psychological force in our lives. Let's recap our mind-twisting journey. Understanding these paradoxes empowers smarter financial decisions and a deeper grasp of our economic world. Which paradox intrigued you the most? Share in the comments. Your interaction fuels our exploration into the wonders of finance. Remember to like, share and subscribe for more thought-provoking content. Continue your financial adventure and we'll catch you in the next video.